I've had 5 takes of this entire video because I've been screwing up every single time. Look at it, it's like a bloody painting. Hi guys, welcome back to Foliage Friends YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a lovely day. Obviously today we are going to be talking about Calatheas. And when I say Calatheas, I also mean a Stromanthe. So these guys all belong to the Maranthaceae family. They are also otherwise known as prayer plants because they move their leaves up and down according to the sunlight. So in between the leaves and the stem you would see a joint. This allows the leaf to move drastically throughout the day according to sunlight. But honestly, I'm convinced that these guys are called prayer plants because you have to keep praying to hope that they don't die on you no matter what you do. So today I'll be talking about my collection and also the care that goes along with these guys. So firstly, in my collection we have the Stromanthe. Very beautiful pink foliage. Even in the underleaves it gives a very dark, deep purple pink color. Very pretty. Really love this one. Secondly, we have the Calathea Vittata. So this one's pretty new to the family and still has some or quite a number of brown leaves. Getting used to its environment for sure. Next up we have the Calathea Zebrina. Very pretty. Definitely one of my favorites. However, also new to the collection, therefore the brown edges are a sign of it getting used to its environment as well. And next we have the Calathea Rattlesnake. This one's the oldest in my Calathea family and sitting in my bedroom. Actually, probably the easiest one to care for. It only had some brown edges and brown patches in the leaves when it first came, but the new leaves actually never grew brown edges, so that's why I got more Calatheas thinking that they were all gonna be easy care. And lastly, my very beautiful Calathea Orbifolia. Big round leaves. Old leaves definitely have brown edges, however new leaves have currently adjusted and is loving life. I have 2 Calathea plants on my wish list. That is Calathea Markeliana and Calathea Mosaica. If you know anyone that has one or wants to give theirs away, let me know because I want one. Next up, we're going to be talking about care. Like I mentioned before, very fussy, and brown edging may be a sign of it getting used to its environment. So don't be too discouraged if you see brown edging. It might not be what you're doing wrong. It's like a passive aggressive friend that doesn't want to tell you what is wrong with it, but wants to show that it's unhappy. That's like me. Firstly, with water, these guys like to keep their soil relatively moist. So a good indication of this is if you stick your finger into the top inch of the soil and it feels pretty dry, that's a good indication that you should be watering it again. Even though I mentioned that the soil should be moist, I don't mean waterlogged. So make sure your plant does not sit in a pool of water because that would absolutely kill your Calathea. General rule of thumb is water more in summer and less in winter. So other tips that people give about watering is using filtered water. I personally just use tap water and my plants have adjusted well. However, I think this is dependent on where you live in the world. Secondly, light. So these guys like to sit in medium light. I would say they can tolerate low light as well. However, I have these guys sitting in light that's about 200 to 400 foot candles, as you can see over here. Thirdly, let's talk about soil. So these guys like to sit in soil that has a composition of 50% pumice and 50% potting mix, very well draining. So make sure that the soil is well drained and not waterlogged. Lastly, humidity. These guys like to sit in very high humidity. Mine sit right next to the humidifiers, or you could use a tray of pebbles with water in it, like shown over here. And lastly, if all else fails, feel free to bunch your plants up together. Keeping them together like this is going to increase humidity for them as well. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that it was really helpful. If that was good, feel free to thumbs up my video and subscribe to Foliage Friends YouTube channel.